So here we have the Ford Kuga on a 14 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. We're going to start off inside the boot area first of all. The tailgate on this car will open remotely. You can either do that from the key or from the tailgate itself. As we approach the back of the car, you'll then see we have reversing sensors and plenty of boot space as well. You can increase this space further should you wish to by folding down the 60/40 split folding rear seats as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it from there. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the rev counter. We have the speedometer on the right-hand side. In the centre at the bottom, the fuel gauge and coolant temperature gauge. And above that, the main trip computer, which includes the total miles for this car. They are 61,676. We have a digital readout for the speedometer being displayed there. You can change that information for various different things. So you can have these 4 pieces of trip computer information displayed simultaneously, or we have lots of bits of individual information back around to the beginning again, and the buttons that I was using to do that are just here. We have cruise control and speed limiter, and then stereo and phone controls on the right hand side of the steering wheel. The stereo itself is over in the center, and the screen for it directly above that, of course. When it comes to the radio, first of all, you can see there that we've got FM. This car also has DAB and AM as well. If you're listening to your own music, you can do so. There's a number of ways of doing that. And they include USB input, Bluetooth audio. We have our CD player as well. So when there's a CD in there, of course, it will show as having a CD in the drive for you to be able to play it. You can pair up your phone, of course, so that you can make and receive phone calls. And once you paired your phone, you'll be able to access the Bluetooth audio, so you can stream your music wirelessly. We have auxiliary input as well, device. And as you can see, USB input. All of those are accessed using the buttons just here. Pairing your phone, of course, is done here, and the main volume for the stereo is on that dial. If I move the gear lever out of the way, we have our dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the passenger and the driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed from there. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. And when you're happy with those settings, your air conditioning is on at the moment, as you can see. This button will turn it off, back on again, or hit auto. The car will now take control of the direction of the air and the fan speed to maintain those temperatures. You can override that manually whenever you wish to. We have a heated front screen, a heated rear screen. We can turn our parking sensors on and off. We can open the tailgate from in here as well, and this button will turn on the autonomous parking. This car is able to park itself. It will look for spaces. Once it finds a space big enough, it will notify you on the screen and tell you what gear you need to be in, i.e. First or reverse. And obviously it's for you to stop when the parking sensors stop. The car will take control of the steering for you. And then we have the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox. The plus and minus buttons will enable you to change up and down a gear manually should you wish to do that. We have a 12-volt charging socket, a heated driver's seat with 5 different heat settings, and the same for the passenger side as well. And then lastly, the sunroof. So we have a sun blind that can open up. It will stop halfway. If you go up and push the button again, that will open all the way to the back of the rear seats. Now you can leave it like this, and as you can see, this lets in a lot of extra light to the cabin area. But if you wish to, you can open this front section as a full sliding sunroof as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.